Welcome to round 5 of the 2011 World Rally Championship. This is the Rali de Itália-Sardenha. The stunning scenery of this Mediterranean paradise masks a treacherous landscape through which the narrow, sandy but super quick stages snake, generating the most spectacular action. Rally HQ for this event will be the port of Olbia on the northeast coast of Sardinia. Day 1 presents a new challenge, the brand new stages below the former Catalan stronghold of Alghero. The action then moves back over to the stages run on the more familiar territory of the Costa Smeralda. Day 1 of Rali de Itália-Sardenha is brimming with intrigue. Our stage of the day is Monte Grigini Nord, a virgin stage never been driven before, charging over the mountains with blind crests and cavernous drops. It's not for the faint-hearted. Mini's Chris Meek is our featured driver and will follow all the key moments in his and the team's debut WRC weekend, and will bring you all the day's best action from Mini and the rest of the field on day 1. The first day in Sardinia is a leap into the unknown then, and as such presents a scenario where the playing field is levelled in terms of experience.
The stages is maybe a couple, 3 most difficult stages in the World Championship now, I must say, and it's so difficult to read the road, and it will be very, very tricky.
Especially here, the roads are quite narrow and quite tricky because there was a lot of rocks close to the road, and you have to have a lot of precision in your drive because it's easy to hit something.
Yeah, the stage is in the south. It turns all the time. The rhythm changes many times. You don't have so many long straights where you could actually have a little bit like. I mean, mentally, when your road is turning, you are all the time busy. When you have a longer straight, you have a little bit like time to relax your brain. So that's so demanding on Friday.
The 2011 title race has been a pulsating contest. There are 4 drivers all still in with a chance. Loeb leads the way from Hirvonen, but their younger teammates Latvala and Ogier are poised to initiate a changing of the guard.
Difficult to say between Ogier and Latvala. Both are very fast. So I think my 2 biggest rivals today on the championship are maybe this both driver, but also Mikko has a very good position. So we will see.
The headline news here in Sardinia is the debut of the Mini WRC team, the culmination of almost 2 years' hard work, innovative engineering, development and testing from the closely knit team of BMW Motorsport and rally specialist Prodrive. The men presented with the honour of leading the team are Danny Sordo and Chris Meek.
Most important is to do the first stage and to see where we are and what is the good size of the car, the bad size and everything. But if we can finish here in the top 5, it was incredible, no, for the first time.
We will follow Chris Meek throughout this rally, and as our featured driver, we'll hear exactly how he believes things are progressing for him and the team on this critical weekend.
We need to find out what areas we're strong, what areas maybe we're not so strong. You know, we have lots of engineers out on the stages this weekend gathering information, you know, on the technical slow parts, on the faster sections, you know, what our times are relative to the others, and that's the only thing that matters. And I'd be wrong to say there wouldn't be some nerves, but yeah, you know, I'm confident in my own ability. You know, I don't have to go out and set the fastest time in stage 1 to prove myself. I have a long-term deal. You know, I want to bet myself in. So I'll just treat it like every other rally. You know, I think I have enough experience under my belt now to know how to handle that sort of pressure. But you know, I'm comfortable.
And the good news just keeps on coming for the WRC. Volkswagen have also announced they will be joining the top level of rallying for a 5-year program.
We have invited you to join us here in Olbia today to announce Volkswagen's entry into the World Rally Championship. We are planning to field our Polo WRC in the first race in 2013.
VW continuing the Star Wars theme seen in a recent advertising campaign, and they're ready to strike back in the WRC.
First of all, because it's a fantastic championship. It's a stable competition. We have Ford, Citroën and now also Mini. Secondly, we have had at the Dakar a lot of success And also we thought it's time to change. So it's now a new challenge to build the engine, the car, the team, and I think it's a good choice for everybody.
A full house welcomed the first mini John Cooper Works WRC over the start ramp on the seafront in Olbia. The opening ceremony of the return to the Rally d'Italia, marking the official beginning of this spectacular event. This is how the leading WRC runners line up. Championship leader Sebastian Loeb is first into the stages. Mikko Hirvonen just 2 points behind the world champion, and he's followed by the winner of the last 2 rounds, Sebastian Ogier. Jari-Matti Latvala is 4th on the road, ahead of Petter Solberg, who's desperate for a change in fortunes. Mats Osberg is ahead of teammate Matt Wilson, Federico Valagra and Henning Solberg. P.G. Anderson returns for the first time since Sweden. Then comes the first WRC Mini of Danny Sordo, and our featured driver Chris Meek is 14th on the road. The start of a WRC round has seldom been more anticipated, and with a new route ahead on this opening day, the spectacular blast through Lago Omideo is the first challenge. Sebastian Loeb blasts off into this 10-kilometre stretch of road, and unfortunately for the Citroën man, it is incredibly slippery, and Loeb is really going to suffer as the first car through. And for the first time since Sweden, Mikko Hirvonen is not the man with the worst of the road sweeping to tackle. This is exactly where the Finn wants to be. Following Loeb's cleared line, he's got better grip and looks in determined mood. Following Mikko into Lago Omideo is Sebastian Ogier. The Frenchman should be full of confidence after claiming the closest ever rally win in Jordan, but he's looking a little slower than Hirvonen through the early splits. Jari-Matti Latvala will be equally determined for success this weekend, having missed out on that victory in the Middle East by just 0.2 of a second. Incredibly quick through here. This stage really is fast and flowing. Not what we're used to seeing in Sardinia. Oh! What happened there? A massive moment for Latvala. Co-driver Mika Antelis seems to be apologising. A pace note error, perhaps. Taking another look, he's way too much speed into that left-hander. That's how critical accurate pace notes are. It was a rare mistake from Mika. The crew have made it to the end of the stage, but that's a frustrating setback for Jari-Matti.
We rolled on the stage. Now, I have done a lot of mistakes. Now, unfortunately, Mika did a mistake. He called me a wrong note, and we have done so many rallies together. It was the first time this to happen, so it was like a medium corner. He stayed flat, so obviously when I realized it was too late and I was braking and we rolled.
Petter Solberg just can't buy a break in 2011. After another setback in Jordan, he needs to fight back and needs to do it soon. And let's see what difference a better road position makes compared to championship leader Sebastian Loeb in stage 1. It's looking good. It's looking very good. A great start to the rally for Solberg.
Hello, Nusa.
Well, this is the moment we've been waiting for, the first competitive outing for the Mini John Cooper Works WRC. Looking and sounding great here. Danny Sordo is just 11 seconds off the pace. And our featured driver Chris Meek is also well on his way into the stage. The Northern Irishman has been waiting for this moment for his whole career. He's finally got a work seat in the WRC, and it's a terrific start for Chris too. The car is immediately competitive. He's helped a lot by road position too, of course, but on his first ever stage in the car, Meek is incredibly quicker than world champion Sebastian Loeb.
I have to thank all the team. You know, this time means we're on the money with the car, so okay, we have a lot of road cleaning today, so we have to be a little bit cautious, but you know, this one's for all the guys back at the service park. They're the ones that have done the work, so but hey, it's a long way to go. We're here just to judge the car over the whole rally, not just one stage.
So there is at least one Mini in the point scoring places, with Meek setting the 7th best time. Up front though, it's Petter Solberg who's made the best start. Hirvonen 3 seconds slower, while P.G. Anderson is in 3rd on his gravel debut in the WRC Fiesta. An interesting start in Italy already, and in our stage of the day coming up after the break, the excitement raises yet another notch. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Rally d'Italia, where Petter Solberg has made the best start in Sardinia. Next up for the WRC Elite is our stage of the day, the 21 kilometres of Monte Grigini Nord. This incredible stretch of road is really fast and littered with blind crests. The undulating landscape ensures this will be one of the most spectacular and technical challenges of the weekend. So, can Sébastien Loeb fight back after suffering as the road sweeper on the opening stage?
Ciel deux fois serre gauche et non ciel tout droit. Et attention à l'éolienne, droite au frein, pas corde pour 86.
Oof, really trying hard. A massive moment at top speed there for the world champion. The winner of the two previous rounds in Portugal and Jordan, Sébastien Ogier, has made a fairly cautious start as he eases himself into this new-look route to the west of the island. You can really see how much of a challenge this roller coaster of a stage will provide. Sébastien, utterly reliant on the pace notes from Julien Ingracia as he flies over the crests. Really narrow in here too. Ogier's bitter rival from the epic weekend in Jordan, Jari-Matti Latvala, meanwhile, will hope he can fight back after that costly mistake on the opening stage. Well, Jari was hoping the damage sustained earlier would prove manageable, but he does appear to be struggling here. Yes, it looks as though that roll has caused serious damage. Unable to make it through this slight incline, the Fiesta has ground to a halt. Well, Jari's pulled over, he's quickly getting out to take a look. I think he's going to have to call it a day, and how costly could that be to his championship hopes? Jari-Matti looking at his suspension there. Frustration for Latvala then, but that could provide another boost for Petter Solberg, who still hopes he can get back involved in this season's championship fight. Incredible view of the wind farm here. But this does look like more bad luck for the rally leader. It's some sort of turbo problem, and it's costing him a lot of time. His hold in the top spot will be in jeopardy here. More frustration for Solberg then. PG Anderson's run in third, meanwhile, is over when he was forced to stop and change a steering arm mid-stage. Problems for a lot of the drivers then, but so far this has been a really impressive start for the new mini WRC cars. Danny Sordo is again looking strong as he tackles these technical flowing roads. The Spaniard is 7th fastest on stage. Another good drive for Danny then, and his teammate Chris Meek is looking even quicker on what is only the second competitive stage for the new John Cooper Works machine. Using our WRC stage simulator now, we can compare Meek with Sébastien Ogier as though they'd started the stage at the same time. They're approaching the split time at just under 10 kilometres, and Chris is up. An incredible performance for this brand new car. 1.2 seconds up already. The Citroën have team members keeping an eye on the times roadside. Running in 14th on the road, Meek, of course, will have a slight advantage with superior grip to those ahead. But even so, this is an awesome drive from the former IRC champion. And moving on to the marker after 17.8 kilometres, look at this. Meek is even further ahead of the man who's won the last two rallies. Chris now 4.5 seconds ahead. Well, our featured driver really attacking in our stage of the day then. Meek has the hammer down as he bears down on the flying finish. He was just 0.2 of a second behind Ogier before this stage, so he should get ahead of the Frenchman. What a drive from the British star. Meek moves ahead of Ogier and incredibly is up to 4th place overall. Big impact with a rock there for Evgeny Novikov. He's lucky to survive that, and is another driver who's put in an impressive shift through Monte Grigini. With the 4th fastest time overall, the Russian youngster storms up to 3rd place.